Energy update for June 2023. It's a few days late, but hey, I just became a father, just moved in together with my girlfriend, 2 pets joined, and all of this in a week time. So yeah, okay, we didn't go from meeting and then making a baby and it getting born in 1 week time, of course, but you get the picture. So this is an interesting month, and I recommend you to take a piece of paper and actually make some notes and use these notes throughout the month. So let's get ready. You will hear the usual music, so you have time to grab your piece of paper and your pen or pencil, and let's do this. Like, subscribe, and share. Hi, my name is Lotfi Murat. Welcome to a new video where I do the energy update of the month. And today is the month of June 2023. And yes, it's already the 7th of June that I'm recording this, but hey, I just became a father, and yeah, things have been a bit, let's say, different, more chaotic, and yeah, so a lot is going on. And it's very interesting that this month update is so clear already in my life today. So let's just dive into this. And as usual, I have different sources where I get some information from, and then I feel what resonates with me, and then I translate that into a video. And what I recommend you to do is to listen and feel, and you just take what resonates with you. You do not need to remember everything, you don't need to understand everything. Of course, if you have questions about the content or related questions, or even different questions about things you're stuck with in your life, you can always contact me. There's a link in the description. Contact me. Asking for help is a smart thing to do, and it's also a sign of strength and determination that you actually want to take ownership of your life. So let's dive into this. June 2023. A lot has been changing already. The month of June of this year is a continuation of all these changes, and if you have been watching my previous energy updates, you have already been feeling where things are heading, and then the content of today will make total sense to you. If you haven't, no problem, you can go back and see how sort of things of what I described actually start to make sense to you, like, oh yeah, that happened. And then you start to see a pattern of change and preparation, because change is not just like from one day to another everything just changes. No, it's an evolution, and we are continuing this evolution. So I have been talking a lot about how important it is to be in the here and now, to be really present, and that again is key. And I'm looking at some of the sources. Yeah, you may experience a lot of stress. The stress can be about anything in your life. And the remedy to that is something I've been talking about a lot. It's grounding, relaxation, meditation. So it's again crucial that you do these things. And On my website, under tips and tools, you'll find information. You will find grounding. You can see the different ways to ground. You can find, on the top of tip and tools, you find relaxation. You can get access to all my meditations. I have even a video where I explain how easy it can be to meditate. It does not need to be complicated. I made a whole video on that. And then I have several videos on meditation more in detail, and I've also guided meditations, all for free. Of course, if you want to learn grounding and what you see on my website not enough, I do organize from time to time a course on grounding. Grounding, cleaning, recharging, shielding. And that course is very interesting. It's 4 modules, and I go much deeper, and we practice a lot. And you'll be practicing for a week or 2, or maybe even 4 weeks, depending how we set it up. And it's the practice that will get you there. Practice leads to mastery. So one of the things that you will see happening is a transition from the illusion of the mind to the presence. What we think that we see is an interpretation. And the mind works like a computer. For us to see something or to understand something, we get data. It can be light coming to our eyes. It's transformed into a perception of an image. And the interpretation can be flawed, because data that is being input, just like a computer, can be false. Or comparing what we see or hear with what we think we know from before may us believe that we know what we're seeing and that we know what's happening. But as things have been changing a lot, nothing is what it seems anymore. So interpreting things simply based on the past is a recipe for disaster, is a recipe for deception, for believing lies, and for taking very bad decisions, wrong decisions. Where if we are in the here and now, and we feel, if you do a lot of meditation, your third eye will open, which is deep intuition. No, don't worry, there will not be an eye opening there, but it's intuition. And you will sense what's really happening in front of you, or what's really coming to you as information, whether it's true, whether it's false, what is really being said. You learn to read between the lines, to hear between the sentences. What we see on TV, in the news, it's full of lies. It's people with agendas telling us things, just like marketing. Marketing is full of lies. But when we're in the here and now, we can feel. And even if people show us pictures or videos of things, yeah, look, it happens, real. You can feel like, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, I see this image, and you're telling me that this image means that that happened. But it makes no sense to me. I can feel something is wrong here. And that is going to happen more and more often. When people tell you things, you will know if they're truthful or not, or if something is good for you or not. Even if 100 people tell you this is good for you, and you feel, no, it's not, then that's what you should follow. And if you don't, you will get hurt. And you'll be like, I should have listened to my intuition, to that inner voice. And being truly in the here and now also means that your true self can come out. Your true self can be expressed. And that's also crucial. Trying to be someone you're not just to fit in society, the family, the company, whatever, will not work anymore. It will get more and more difficult to the point that it cannot work anymore. People will see that you're lying. You will feel so uncomfortable trying to appear to be someone else. You will be moving towards your true self. And yes, this can mean that some people will not be very happy anymore. Well, if people do not accept you for who you truly are, why would you like to be around them? Do you really think that you will actually feel safe? Or that you will be safe around people who do not accept who you are? Just look at how many wars there are, how many people are being killed and bombarded for being different or having a different belief. And not just religions. This also means that relationships will change. You being more yourself means also you will be more truthful. And some people may have trouble with this at the beginning, but in the end people will appreciate it. People who meet me now meet the Lotfi who just tells how things are for him. I do not try to please people or to appear to be in a certain way. Even when I go to business networking events, I go casual. I wear my sneakers. Because that is who I am. That is how I feel comfortable. Why should I wear shoes that are not so comfortable and dress up and put a tie and things like that, which don't make me feel well? Just to be like everyone else in that group? No. If people cannot accept me for who I am, then doing business with them would also not work. And that is why you see that so many people are so unhappy, are so miserable even in their jobs, because they're not being themselves. They're doing things just to belong, or they're just doing it for the money, but it feels so wrong in here. They feel a big gap in here, so they keep buying stuff, or they keep eating stuff, or they keep drinking to suppress their emotions, or they start sniffing coke, or having other bad habits. Needing to have always more of something, or buying or whatever, because there's this big gap inside, that emptiness. That emptiness goes away when you really are accepting who you are and being who you are. The time of lies is ending. The era of lies is ending. That's why we see so many exposures, lies coming to the surface, truths coming out. Often things that people have been saying for many years, they were laughed at, they were ridiculed, they were maybe even prosecuted for telling what they believed was happening or what they saw. And now the truth is coming to the surface. This also means that trying to ignore what you feel, trying to numb your feelings with alcohol or drugs or other habits will not work anymore. Yes, you can get wasted. But if you really take a moment to just feel, why is it that you drink alcohol? Because you want to feel better. This means that In your regular life, you don't feel good. It means your regular life is shitty. Because you're lying to yourself. You're trying to please others. You're trying to be like others. Be yourself. Surround yourself with authentic people. With people who tell you the truth. And you will see there will be no more need for all that lying, and you will start to feel much better. I've done it. I made the whole transition from trying to be like my father or like a cousin or like a friend, looking up to them and wanting to be like them and doing everything I could to be like them. First of all, it didn't work. Second, I got very much hurt. Financially, emotionally, physically, I was really sick. And since I let go of that, I'm more joyful, I'm happier, I have more energy. Okay, not these days because of everything that has been happening, the moving, the child, everything. But my life quality has transitioned. I'm turning 51 this year in a few months. Yet I don't feel like it at all. Actually, I feel better than when I was in my 30s. Much, 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 much better. I'm much healthier. Yes, I may have a bit of a belly, but I had that then also. Truth will set you free. Even the dog responded like with the breath. Yeah. Two or three more points for this month. They're not just for this month, these points. Focus on what you really want. Be adventurous. Take a leap of faith. And you will see that boundlessness will appear. Don't be hungry, but start creating. When you do something, make the transition from what can I get from this to what can I create. And when you start creating, there will be plenty for yourself and also plenty to share with others. It's a different mindset. You may have been trying to dominate people, or you have been experiencing people trying to dominate you. If you start focusing on synergy, you will see that before you know, you will be building communities, becoming part of communities, communities that are healthy, communities where you can be yourself, where you contribute, but where you also receive a lot. Being more truthful and more honest will bring more truthful and more honest people on your path. And these people will be your allies. Because you will still be going through rough times. And for that, it could be very beneficiary to have a nice network of good people around you. And let go of vanity. When you go inwards, start listening to that voice that tells you what's good for you, what's not good for you. You will reach purity. purity from the heart. And even though sometimes it's difficult to care and you actually want to be indifferent to things, try not to do that anymore. Try to feel. Why is something affecting you? If you feel anger, what is the anger really about? Is it about what that person said, or is there a pain inside you that got triggered by that person? It's very interesting. I heard somebody talking about gaslighting. And people today get very offended and they're telling, yeah, this person is gaslighting me, blah, 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 blah. Well, or is triggering me. If you heal your wounds, they can push everywhere, but if there are no wounds, it will not hurt. So instead of being angry at those people who are pushing your buttons, start working on your buttons, start working on your wounds. They're showing you your potential, the potential that you can reach when you heal your wounds. So basically they're helping you forward. They're showing you what you need to do. So do it. Be in here and act from here. And you will see how your life will change. From bad to good, to better, to excellent, to perfect. Let go of judgment. Go into your heart. Always check with your heart and act from there. And you will see that this month will bring you a lot of positive change. So go out there, start living. And as I said, I have a lot available for you when it comes to meditation and grounding and de-stressing and being in the presence in the here and now. So go investigate that. See you soon in another video. Have a wonderful day and a beautiful month. Like, subscribe and share.